So it really has jammed up the NRL table in round 6. Muir has started strongly. The Bears get a penalty. This will get them inside the Warriors' half. Big kick for line. It hasn't found the line. It might trickle over the sideline. Well, that's no coincidence from Jason Taylor. He does that many times. Quick restart from Soden, and it will be a try. Soden, I'm sure, has forced the ball on the try line. The Warriors have nodded off. McBlain allowed the quick restart, and Soden, like a will-o'-the-wisp, has forced his way over.
Well, that's his try completely, isn't it? He's come up with some speedy play, deciding to get the ball as far upfield as they possibly could. And you've got to be a little bit critical, I suppose, of the Warriors' defence. Still running back onside. No idea that the ball was about to be tapped. I think a little bit of bad luck going against them there, though, Bossy. The ball just trickling into touch. Most of us probably thought it was a very poor attempt as a penalty for the sideline.
Soden tried, Taylor goal. And you count it there, there's probably only 2 players on side for the Warriors. Peter Mulholland on the sideline. Have you seen a try?
Come on, come on.
Yeah. Into Jones.
Andrew just down here. They're just checking him out with a rib injury. Looks like it could have cracked one or at least a cartilage down here on Sidiru. So that's going to be nice and dangerous for him as well if he goes back out there.
Well, nice and dangerous will be the situation now for the Warriors. Yet another penalty for the Bears, and again looking to get on with play. So the onslaught continues. Buettner, the Warriors players only look to be back 7 or 8 metres from the restart. At least they were there ready and waiting. Soden away with Trindle. Now inside the 10-metre line. 6-0 to the Bears. It could shortly be 10 or 12. Aiken, left side of the ruck. Muir is there. Offloads the pass. Quick hand from Buettner. Then along for Nigel Roy. Superb hands from North Sydney. They have their second try, and it is 10-0, and the Bears fans are loving it, although they have called for the video referee.
Yeah, I don't think there's too much doubt about this one, Andrew. It really did look pretty clear-cut. I guess both touch judge and referee here looking for a bit of insurance more than anything else, and I think that's not too much wrong with their decision in asking for a replay. I think what they were looking for more than anything else was his left forearm. As he dived for the line, you could see his arm out there to try and break the fall, but I don't think there's too much wrong with that.
Fair try for Mines and Nigel Roy. Video referee getting another look at it. And green light it is. So tries to Soden with a penalty at all as Endicott is wrapped up. Playing 5/8 today, Shane Endicott called in off the bench now. This is Joe Vunganart. He's been getting plenty of offloads away in recent weeks. Again now as Jones pushes on for Nigel Vunganart. Good footwork around Buettner. He gets it in goal, but does he force the ball? Again, the video referee will be called for. So have yourselves a cup of tea because we're in for another delay now. Bit of confidence, I think, on the face of Nigel Vunganart.
Yeah, there doesn't look to be a hell of a lot of celebrating going on there from the guys walking back. It's either that clear cut, or there's a bit of doubt, although they're starting to walk right back there now. Well, there it goes. It looked like he did have control in a wobbly type of way.
It appears the North Sydney players have conceded that it is a try, and it is. So the Warriors get a 4-pointer. The video referee has got to look back, Peter. The offload here of Joe Vunganart is what started it.
Yeah, I was just going to say that, Andrew. It was just absolutely superb. But this Nigel Vunganart too, he has got great feet, and they give him enough time to do that. He's going to give Buettner trouble all afternoon. But you've got to say this video referee has just been superb, hasn't it? I mean, there's times and situations when getting it 100% right, absolutely crucial. And this one was just a superb effort.
It was a pretty good sidestep too, Andrew, that he just managed to stand up there off the right foot back inside and use the left arm very well as a fend. He elected to try and kick the ball that side of the field. It appeared quite obvious that he was closer to the touchline where we are, this side of the field.
And the breeze is coming this way too.
Here's this year. Florimo. Oh, gee, that looked a high shot on Roy, it was, who to the 40. Oh, good defence for the Bears. That was fairly coming in with Muir. on Tia Rapati. There's the crunch over the top. That was Wally falling off his chair. And that's the previous tackle from Fairley and Muir. Just short of halfway. Turning for Endicott. Someone has to run forward. It's Latiti who does it.
Leave it to me.
See what McLean's got to say here.
Against you. I mean, I know you're carrying the ball there, but you can't go above it, all right? Aim at the ball.
Caution for Steve Trindle. Here's the replay. Again, I haven't got too many dramas with a tackle. Jones stepping his way past a couple of defenders, also the referee. Ridge from dummy half. He's forced back for Endicott. Then for Latiti. He comes back to the goalposts. Four tackles the call from McBlain. Warriors chance on the right side. Up comes the pass there for Tutupu. Tutupu gets in goal again. This time he is held up. 3 defenders were required though. Spinning a dummy half is Reba for Muir to get it over halfway and back for Reba. Oh, big tackle from Ridge. That could just about be a try saver. Now Ridge is off to the sin bin. Ridge has been sin bin for hanging on too long on the tackle.
Well, second player to come in. Second player.
Well, no, it's Hoppy who's off to the bin for a second tackle. Well, I tell you what, from 30 metres out, the Warriors would ask why Florimo wasn't given the same penalty. Hoppy is off to the bin. Florimo remained on the field on the previous penalty.
It was a brilliant tackle from Matthew Ridge to stop the try. I think he did come in second, but he really did look.
Ridge provides the shoulder. Slow play the ball. Look no different to the Hoppy challenge. Taylor is with it. Taylor, dummy on the inside and shut down quickly. Good defence from Chilmavave that time. Reba up for Aiken. Danger here, Muir! Muir scored for North Sydney. Aiken like a bullet to pass. 16-8 to the North Sydney Bears.
Well, as is so often the case, North Sydney scoring tries by a cross-angled run, putting a man into the hole, created a lot of doubt in the mind of Tia Rapati. He was the guy that was left in no man's land. You'll see him, number 15, the ball coming across. Benny Aiken throwing a beautiful pass. Rapati left standing, probably mainly because he had 3 guys to mark. But I've got to go back and, well, perhaps create a little bit of doubt. To me, I can't see where that guy was sent off.
15 metres out. Aiken inside comes Taylor. Taylor is 10 metres out, and again it's Ridge who makes the tackle. Warriors, it was Rapati again, but the net gain was probably, well, minus 4 metres. Ridge. Then Endicott. Jones kicking for the corner. Sears is forced back. Look at Odenryan. Odenryan is flying and gets the bounce, but Sears makes the tackle. Last it is for the Warriors. Still on, it will be a try. Oh, great work, the Warriors. Jones scores it. But what about the speed of Lee Odenryan? Still one of the quickest men in the game. Superbly worked try from Auckland.
It was very smart play. He's come up with a couple of those kicks during the day, Stacey Jones. You mentioned the speed of Odenryan. It's been well known in rugby league circles for a long time. Here he comes up with another example of just how quick he is. Got a favourable bounce. Some pretty good defence as well from Matty Sears to get across there and just stop him just short. But another example of speed coming up here. Stacey Jones managing to get up and take the hit up. He was the only, there was 3 of them there, 3 Auckland players. Stacey Jones was the guy that got across the line. It was daylight to the next guy.
Now Jones inside for Smith. Ooh, collected over the top by Trindle. Wrapped up in the Endicott tackle. High work rate from the Warriors. Stand-in 5'8", and now stand-in hooker with Eru off the field. Here's Billy Moore. Billy Moore back in for Butner. Butner then gets the pass away. Taylor will have his first try for 98, yes. Jason Taylor, the skipper, scores. And that margin blows out to 10 points. Jason Taylor. Some great work from North Sydney. Firstly, Billy Moore, who busted the line wide open.
Well, some very skillful inside passing here. Really opened up a little bit of fragile defence out wide. Clever ball on the inside from Billy Moore. Taylor provided with a run to the line, but you've got to pay credit to the big fella. Lautiti, he made a great sprint to almost stop that try. Taylor just getting there in the end. Some pretty clever ball work on the inside there, Peter Mulholland.
It was, Wally. That was a poor tackle too from Nigel Wagner there. I mean, he should have made the extra yard on Billy Moore. The same thing happens too, wasn't it, with...
Wrapped up, he fielded the ball on the bounce. 4 tackles the call. Jones. Then across to Rapati. Across to Lautiti. Lautiti then for Ridge. Big tackle from Taylor. A try saver. Last tackle. It was captain on captain. And then straight away the young bloke, Ali Lautiti, has scored. Well, he just spun around a la Ray Price and has found his way, looked up, and there was the try line.
Oh, Vossi, I think he confused himself there. He wasn't sure, but he's come up with a couple of big plays in this game. Warriors on the front foot, but here is the big young kid pushing out a dummy half, spinning, getting inside. I think it was Jason Taylor. Well, it may have been Florimo. Taylor's on the ground there. Yes, he is. Got on the inside of him and took off. And really, it has opened this ball. The referee quite clearly saying that it was accidental.
Under pressure, the Bears. Putting the Warriors under pressure, that is. Sears taken to ground by Vangana. Good work from Vangana.
Call tackle.
Well, there's the square up. Gee, I thought it was a fair offload, and then Vangana, brilliant work to kick it away. Well, where was he held?
Oh, it's a great kick.
Billy, stay there.
You think we'll start seeing these trainers, although they've been...
And now a scrum win against the feed, and Taylor goes over. Oh, this game has had everything, and there's still 19 to go. Taylor scores his second try. It's 30 points to 20. What an amazing game of football.
It's probably a little bit responsible, unless it's been kicked blatantly forward, but I used to say to any halfback, you don't get penalised for second row feeds anymore. Roll it past the lock's foot. It's not going to make any difference.
Can I say one thing, Wally? If Soden was responsible for winning that scrum against the feed, I'm a Dutchman. Stewart carrying a defender with him. Vangana was around his legs. Soden to the left side. A chance to deliver a knockout punch for the Bears. Moore stands wide inside for Buettner. This could be it. Buettner is over. Michael Buettner for North Sydney. It was 6 points the difference just a matter of minutes ago. Now it has blown out to 16. And that is the biggest margin of the match so far.
The ball being shifted wide to the left-hand side. With all due respect to the Auckland players, I think it was just sheer exhaustion for a couple of the guys. We've given a fair few raps along the way to the young fella, Lautiti. He was the one that just failed to defend from the inside on the slide defence coming up here. Just couldn't quite get across to pull up Buettner, who's provided himself in every...
Back, the textbook's been thrown out of the window with some of the passages of play now.
Come on! No!
5 metres inside their own half. And now the break for Stewart. Back for Roy. Superb work from Josh Stewart. Nigel Roy scores, but like a bulldozer, he went through. Roy is the man celebrating, but the man getting all the pats on the back is Josh Stewart. 42 to 20. Haven't we seen some tries in this match?
And more bad news for Auckland coming out of this tackle here. Another bad injury, looks like a knee injury, but terrific work from Stewart there, taking on 3 or 4 defenders. I think Vossi, it really is showing at the moment the exhaustion that's in the Auckland side. They just haven't got the steam to be able to match it now. I think a little bit of the sting competitiveness has gone out of their defensive lineup.
It was Endicott, the player, who is down and hasn't regained his feet as Roy streaks away. But Peter Mulholland, haven't there been some well-constructed tries today? Some real skill about them.
There's been some great... That's a great backing up too from
speed. 25 metres out from the North line. Could end up with a most unusual scoreline if the Warriors score again. Rapati, Vangana, then off for Tatupu. Oh, he's fended away from Icon. Gets a soft try, Tony Tatupu. I don't know whether there's a footy tap pick the score operating on this one, but it'll pay $1 billion. 44 now to 24.
Vossian just saying that Peter Louis, although he's got the 2 points in the bank already, situations like these that he wouldn't feel too happy about. He's got one of his premier players, Benny Eichen, just simply coming up with a jersey grabbing exercise. We saw in the background Ben Eichen just laid on the ground for about 6 or 7 seconds after. He was either trying to have a look for ants where they were burying themselves here, or in a little bit of disgust at himself, and I think that was the one.
Yeah, Jason, congratulations on a fine performance. 2 tries after a pretty slow start to the season for you.
Yeah, it has been a slow start as far as that's concerned, but it's not something I worry about too much. Concentrate on kicking the goals, that'll do me, but the tries are nice when they come. You know, I remember talking to you just a couple of weeks ago when we played Melbourne and we were pretty ordinary, and we've turned ourselves around really well in the last couple of weeks, so we're very happy.
Jason, the second half, I mean, the first half, a little bit of concentration losses here and there, but the second half was a pretty concerted performance. Peter obviously said something to you at half-time about that.
Well, we all knew it. You know, we know what's going on out there, but sometimes it's hard to stop it, and the good thing was we turned it around in the second half. It was just silly mistakes. We'd get up to play it and drop it, and if you give a side like Auckland opportunities in your half, they've got some good players and they can score tries, and that's what happened.
Well, Jason, from Harvey Norman and NEC, an award for the player of the match, and we might get some video out of it, eh?
Thanks a lot, Pete. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, mate.
Jason Taylor, man of